They probably stepped outside. But I want you to give them their props when they come in. Because Kinshasa, Leon, and Rudolph made it possible through the Creator for me to be here tonight. So let's give them a round of applause. Kinshasa, Leon, and Rudolph. Rudolph is something else, isn't he? He had on a pink outfit earlier. What is it? I mean, he took it too far, right? Brought his cousin all the way from Greensboro, North Carolina. Raise your hand. Another survivor. Give her a hand. See, this is what we're talking about. Tonight, I want to let you know, you show me your friends, I'll show you your destiny. Show me who you're hanging with, and I'll show you your destiny. See, I want you to hang with first-class people, and it's going to hurt, because you're going to have to let some of those lemon people go. You're going to have to let some of those negative people go, but don't worry about that. They will always be negative. You know why? They will never see your picture. Because chaos, they're in the wrong frame of mind. But we must take these negatives, place them in a symbolic dark room, and hope that they develop. Get away from them in a flash so we can become the empowered exposures that we deserve to be. Somebody say cheese. So you got to stay away from these negative people. I'm reminded of a story of a little dog that was just whining in the Bay Area by a fence. Every day he was just whining, and one day a man came by the fence and he rang the doorbell, and the gentleman came out and he said, "Sir, I walk through the Bay Area miles and miles every day, and I see your dog whining. Why is your dog whining?" And the man said, "Well, he's laying on a nail." And the man said, "What do you mean he's laying on a nail, sir? Why won't he just move?" And the owner said, "Because it ain't hurting bad enough yet." Some of you right now are laying on a nail in your lives, living a coach lifestyle, and you won't move because it ain't hurting bad enough yet. But let me tell you something, folks. Tonight, in order to be first class, you're going to have to put that baggage down. And how many of you know some of that baggage is our family members? But watch this. When it comes to living first class, let me be the first one to tell you, all relatives ain't family. I don't care how much it hurts. If you can't pick the people up in your life, by all means, don't let them tear you down. I'm talking about these negative people. What are you saying, Mr. Brown? What I'm saying, Leon, is don't let the people you hang with be your hang up. Let the people you connect with be your hookup. And even in some of the cliques that we're staying in, you know how we get in certain cliques and we like to feel important because we're smarter than the ones we hang with? Well, watch this. If you're the smartest one in your clique, you need a new clique. Write that down, write that down, write that down. If you're the smartest one in your clique, you need a new clique. I'm talking about the power of negative people. How many of you have ever heard this before? Well, let it go in one ear and come out the other. You heard that before? I have a different spin on it. No matter what the philosophers say, I say, let it go in that ear, but then you kick it out of the same ear. Because if you let it go in one ear and come out of the other, before it gets out of the other one, it gets into your cerebellum. And you begin to believe that foolishness and that garbage about yourselves. And we've been carrying around baggage for years and years and years. But I want to boldly exclaim tonight, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every setback, Chuck, is a setup for a comeback. But the first thing you got to do is loose the lemons. Look at your neighbor and say, loose the lemons. That's right, you got to stay away from negative people, negative communication. Many of you are talking yourselves out of your dreams tonight. That's all right, Patty LaBelle, go ahead and scream. That's right. Many of you are talking yourselves out of your wealth tonight, your health tonight, your cure tonight. I want to tell all the survivors and everyone with every so-called man-made disease, I want to let you know tonight, the doctor gives the diagnosis, but God gives the prognosis. See, you got to understand. You got to understand tonight that you're better than that. See, you came in here tonight dressed up. But I don't want y'all to be like those spinners on those cars. It looked like they're going someplace, but they're not moving. See, I don't want you to be dressed up and going nowhere. See, Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. And Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're probably right. And Dr. Benjamin Mays said, not failure, but low aim is the sin. Somebody say, I refuse to live less than first class. Give yourselves a hand. That's what I'm talking about tonight. Somebody say nothing but first class. Folks, how many of you got a cell phone tonight? Raise your hands. Everybody who has a cell phone, when this is over, when you get in your car, as soon as you get home, wherever you're going tonight, your hotel, back to your room, wherever you're going, I want you to turn your cell phone on and delete some numbers out of your cell phone. Some of you are paying minutes for negative people to call you with foolishness. And intoxicate yourselves. And the bottom line is you will listen to these fools and they have you roaming. And come bill time, you try to disguise your voice on the phone because you let those negative people call you. Right, Ms. Beard? Right? Those negative, toxic people. That's the first thing. Somebody, the next thing you want to do in order to live first class, somebody say tonight, we are going to have to lose weight. Somebody say lose the weight. Now when y'all look at me, I think y'all think I'm talking about the W-E-I-G-H-T. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What's up? Give the brothers a hand too. Y'all weren't in here for me to give you the good job. Give it up for the brothers. Very good. You're giving them a hand. Now focus. Right. Watch this. I'm not talking about the W-E-I-G-H-T. Tonight I'm talking about lose the W-A-I-T. Stop. And let's lose the weight. What are you waiting for? Oh, I'm just waiting till my finances get right. They ain't gonna never get right. But when it comes to your vision tonight, you gotta be like those survivors. See, when they told them about chemo, they didn't know anything about that. When they told them about radiation, they didn't know anything about that. After the lump, when they told them you have a this, you have a that, they didn't know anything about that. But those survivors, they simply said that when it comes to my supervision, I'm going to be first class, I'm going to live, I'm not just going to survive, I'm going to overcome. But what they did was they said, I'm going to leap off of the mountain and grow my wings on the way down. Many of you are waiting. Many of you are hanging out with Pam. When it comes to your vision, stay away from Pam. Somebody say, divorce Pam. And you know what Pam stands for? Procrastination is the assassination of motivation. That's right, write that down. Don't think it, ain't it? Procrastination is the assassination of motivation. I'm just waiting, Keith. I'm just waiting, Mr. Brown. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. You know what? I stepped out on faith 7 years ago. And I didn't know my direction, but I knew the director. My grandmama said, boy, you leaving that good job? What about those benefits? I said, I don't know about the benefits, but I know the benefactor. And I know there's a gift inside of me, and I'm not going to wait. Because guess what? Tomorrow is not promised. But I heard someone say, when it comes to living first class, stop worrying about your failures of the past. Someone told me your memory is a replay of your past, but your imagination is a pre-play of your future. Your memory is a replay of your past, but your imagination is a pre-play of your future. You got to lose the weight. How do I do that? Start following people who do what you want to do, but follow the ones who are successful at it. Y'all agree with that? Y'all agree with that? How do I lose the weight? Start being a leader and realize that everybody in here is a leader. But if you're a leader, Rudolph, and nobody's following, you just taking a walk. Mr. Brown, what else do I have to do in order to live first class, in order to lose the weight? How many of y'all wish you had more money tonight? Raise your hands. Well, I have the solution for more money. Stop spending money you don't have, buying things you don't need to impress people who don't care about you. See, I invest in books because they help me make money. I invest in tapes and DVDs because they help me make money. But watch this. What good is a hill figure if you're rolling downhill because you can't figure out your direction? What good is a $500 Coach bag if you're not going to have $50 to put in it? What good are $3,000 rims on a $300 car that depreciates? Somebody say, keep it real. No matter how I feel. See, I want to save my people tonight of all races, and I want to let y'all know, in order for you to live first class, you got to cut up some of those credit cards. After you buy my book. But on a serious note, tonight, MasterCard stands for MasterCard, and Visa stands for volunteering for institutional slavery always. Somebody say, keep it real. See, I want you to understand tonight, you don't have to be great to get started, but you better get started if you want to be great. You must be willing to do the things today that others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow that others won't have. Tonight, I don't care what your race, creed, or socioeconomic background is, tonight, you are pregnant with a gift, and it's time to deliver. See, tonight, you have to live first class. Tonight, you have to lose the weight. Everyone, hold up your eraser. That's right, I want to see you now. Because see, y'all thought I was just a waiter, passing out erasers. Some of you were looking at me funny. Hold your erasers up. My company gives these out, and you know what it says? You know what the motto is? Erase breast cancer. Hold your erasers up. Tonight, I want you to go home, and I want you to have an I can't funeral. And I want you, Kinshasa, to write down 10 things on a piece of paper that they told you can't do. And with that eraser, I want you to erase each and every item. Tonight, I want you to erase negative people out of your life. Tonight, I want you to erase doubt out of your life. Hold your hands up. You're not tired. You think you're tired. What about those survivors? Keep your hands up. Tonight, I want you to erase poverty out of your life. Tonight, I want you to erase negative attitudes out of your life. Put your hands down and say, I can. I will. I must. See, tonight, we're going to eulogize I can, y'all. Give yourselves a hand. We're going to eulogize I can. Let me get a volunteer to the stage. Give me one person. Come on up. One person, quickly. All right. That's all right. That's it. Good soil. Somebody say good soil. Come on up, sir. Y'all show your love. Give it up for DMX. Give it up. DMX is in the house. Give him a hand. Y'all know DMX, don't y'all? He's here. Hello, sir. What is your name? First name only. Benny. Benny. Spell it. B-E-N-N-Y. B-E-N-N-Y. Give me one letter at a time, real loud, real slow. B. Bold. E. Empowered. N. Navigator. N. Nurturing. Y. Yearning. Give him a hand, y'all. That's Benny. Look at your neighbor and say, what does your name stand for? Now, Benny, in my right hand, I have a book. And that book is entitled Conversations on Success. And I'm the only African American in this particular edition. You understand? Same brother, different mother. And also my latest CD entitled Don't Live Under Supervision, Have a Super Vision. And tonight I want to give you this book and this CD. But in life we have choices, Benny. I would like to give you this book, but Benny, I would rather you take